Tell me when. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's my honor to be here demonstrating with you for the people of Kashmir and their human and national rights. We are opposite Downing Street, number 10, the residence of the British Prime Minister, who his office has an historic responsibility for the great crime that was committed against the people of Kashmir and which has never been expunged. And so we say to Mrs. May, Theresa May, if you're there, I hope you are listening, that it is completely unacceptable to us as British people that you remain silent whilst women and children and old men are being murdered and maimed and tortured by the Indian occupation force in Kashmir. Between 600,000 and 1 million Indian soldiers are there on the ground suppressing the just demands of the people of that occupied land. And Britain, Mrs. May, is historically responsible for this. This is one of the crimes of partition which has not only not been expunged over these last 65 years, but instead has steadily worsened and is now a human rights disaster. No independent journalism is being permitted in occupied Kashmir. No bona fide human rights organization is being allowed access to the evidence of the great crimes that are being committed. And the politicians of the international community have merely turned their faces away.
We want freedom! We want freedom! We want freedom!
If there was oil flowing in Kashmir rather than merely blood and tears, then the international community would be there like a shot. The Security Council would be in session. Demands for mediation and for peacemaking would be everywhere. But there is no oil, but there is plenty of blood and tears. This human rights catastrophe is taking place, I would say, before our eyes, except there are no cameras there, except on social media, bringing it before our eyes. And it is completely unacceptable that no one is doing anything to stop it. About a year ago, I think, I stood in this very spot with large numbers of others as the Prime Minister of India, Modi, was entertained by the previous British Prime Minister, David Cameron, across the road in Downing Street. I also demonstrated outside Wembley Stadium that night against the jamboree that he and his supporters put on. I said then that Modi was a killer, a murderer, a torturer, and that his supporters were fascists. And if I was right then, which I was, I'm even more right today, after the last few months in Kashmir, when I say that the Indian PM, Modi, is nothing other than a cold-blooded killer. Killer of many different kinds of people, but nowhere more than in occupied Kashmir. So our demands are for urgent international action to bring an end to the immediate bloodshed. But moreover, and we will never put down this banner, We demand that the national right of self-determination of the people of Kashmir be respected.
हम
After
छीन
all,
के लेंगे
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
ये बच्चे मांगे
आजादी,
ये माए मांगे
आजादी,
ये बूढ़े मांगे
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
है हक हमारा आगे है हक हमारा
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
हम छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
अब छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
अब छीन के लेंगे
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी,
है हक हमारा
आजादी।
bravo. This demand of self-determination is the inalienable right of all nations. In Scotland, in 2014, the people were given a referendum to decide whether or not they wanted to remain in the United Kingdom. In 2016, the British people were allowed a referendum on whether or not they wished to remain in the European Union. If it's good enough for the Scottish, if it's good enough for the British, it's good enough for the people of Kashmir. We demand a plebiscite, long, long overdue, more than half a century, climbing towards a century overdue. We demand the right of the people of Jammu and Kashmir to decide whether or not they want to leave India. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you very much.
Freedom! Freedom!
We want
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 Freedom!
one part
Freedom!
one slogan one track
Freedom!
go India go back one slogan one track
Go India, go back!
one slogan one track
Go India, go back!
one slogan one track
Go India, go back!
stop killing
Kashmir!
stop killing
In Kashmir!
stop killing
In Kashmir!
stop killing
In Kashmir!
And we go here destroying